Hello, my name is Andrew Vondenheuvel, and I am not that. As you can see, that I stated that my name is, not I am that. Meaning, I am that I am, totally nameless, untitled. And what I want to speak today about is pattern recognition. What I've been noticing on the internet, really YouTube and the people that I listen to, and it's seeming to be more and more uh, released, the deeper meanings and stuff of the Bible and stuff like that, and that's what I see a lot of people using interpretations of stories in that Bible. And what I'm saying is that these interpretations of them making the connections of spiritual knowledge and stuff through the means of that book. And what I'm saying is that these books, these stories, of course, they're going to be relatable. They can be interpreted into your life because the people that wrote that book knew that this would happen. They knew that people would start making the connections in their life, 2,000 some years later, because they created this system. They created this system that us, like a Christ figure, if we want to get out, they wrote the escape plan, the remedy, if you will, for that expartation. So all these interpretations and people relating them to their lives, it's predictable. It's already been established that it's predictable. The proof of that is when you make a connection to stories. And I've made a lot of connections on many different levels to these stories in this Bible. Not saying that I couldn't make connections in any other book, religious book, but what I want to get to is how do we get beyond those ideas? How do we truly start living as Christs that we are, because it says in there multiple occasions of, everyone's created equal under God. We're not created equal under this de facto system that has been forced upon us to live into. And if we're to escape the mechanics of their system, then the story of Jesus is ultimately our way out. Now, I'm not saying that anyone has to be crucified in a literal sense. We must crucify ourselves, meaning we must die to these old, illusory ways of life, Caesar's way of life. And that's going to get us out of that world. to where we can truly start living united under a way that we see fit. We're the masters of our lives. We're the creators of government. We're the creators of money. And when we go on living through these illusions that this book points out that is there, then I can't really say we've fallen victim, but we have started to worship these idols that have been set up on purpose for control, for us to doubt ourselves into a point of thinking that we're not capable, we're not smart enough, we're weak, we're broken, and our mission, each and every one of us, is here to figure out who we are. And some of us were born into geographical areas that make it easier, because these are, it has to be, there has to be a remedy. And it keeps on getting smaller. There's no more freedom, really, even here in America, and through their system on purpose. So we've got to start living beyond that, and the only way to do that is on an individual level, and start showing people that it can be done. And there are various groups out there, certain powers of attorney, certain processes and methods and stuff. But a lot of it that I'm gaining it's all mental. 90% of it is up here. The other 10% of it is documenting it in their records. These simple things aren't always easy, because I get caught up in the semantics and the doubt as well, because it's been ingrained so deeply into our psychology that we believe what they tell us instead of living a life in harmony as holistic beings in nature, at one with all. And when we start living in these illusions, we're split. We're divided. The me and the not me. The you and me. And when we can start living life as one, in connection with it all, then we've ultimately gained that Christ consciousness and are living beyond the limitations that have been set up through the writers of the Bible. And it goes even beyond that. Tens of thousands of years they've been wanting to know how to control and study, and they've been studying humans, psychology, and so forth. But if you're here, you already kind of know that. But what I'm saying is, what I want to say is that you are the power. We are the power. We ultimately give things life. So if we're constantly reliving somebody else's book that they've set forth, a playground or a playbook, then we're ultimately reliving. And that means we're redoing doing something. We're living backwards. And what we need to do is be living forwards, because that's life. Thank you.